Hey garden friends, I'm Mel with Sucky Crafts, and today's video is for our subscribers. So if you have a subscription with Sucky Crafts, you get 4 or 6 plants each month, and I have here the picks for February. So I'll start by naming all the succulents, and then I'll go ahead and create a little garden dish in this 6-inch terracotta pot here. So I'll start here with Faucaria Tigrina. And I'll show you the plant here up close. It's bumpy, super green, and this plant grows in clusters. So you can see there's a new plant there and a new plant there. And it just bloomed. That's a little seed pod right there. Very cool, unique little plant there. I have Crassula Perforata, also known as Ivory Towers. So they grow nice and tall, and the margins, look at that. Look at the color on the margins there. Nice and pink. And that green, oh, it's just so beautiful. I love this plant. I have here Kalanchoe Chocolate Soldier. It's a fuzzy one, so super petable. It's nice and soft, just like velvet. Look at the margins, they're scalloped. And that brown, like copper. So beautiful. I have Graptoveria Moonglow. So nice and green, or like green blue, light blue. And this plant also grows in clusters. It offsets many pups, so it's super prolific. It'll give you more and more and more, and it has that beautiful round rosette. So pretty. This is Graptosedum Vera Higgins. So this one, just like the Crassula, grows nice and tall. They turn a beautiful, like, oh, kind of like, it's just a beautiful red. It's hard to describe the color they turn into. Beautiful plants to use as fillers in your succulent arrangements. And this is another Crassula, and it's a fuzzy Crassula, nice and soft. Grows tall. This is Crassula Tenelli. All right, so now that I've named them all there, I'm gonna fill this terracotta pot with cactus mix. And if you're wondering what my soil consists of, it's super easy. It's equal parts of perlite, and I mix in organic, just regular potting mix. And I also add peat moss. So I find that peat moss gives the soil a bit more body. It's not as, just like, it won't dry up super fast, because when you add peat moss to the soil, it'll kind of hold moisture, but not too much of it, and it gives the soil more body. I just find that it works with my cactus mix that I make here at home. But you can always buy it pre-made at a garden center, and like Home Depot, Armstrong's. They have a good mix there, and it's the brand, it's EB Stone Organics. And it's their cactus mix. That's the one that I recommend. That's the soil that I really like. If you don't want to make it at home, that's the one that I recommend. So I'll start with the Crassula Perforata here, these 3. And I'll put them in that corner right there. All right, just like that. And then I'll go ahead and put my Faucaria Tigrina right over here. So it's all about balance when it comes to arranging succulents. Balance of textures and the colors. Actually, I'll go right here in the center, change my mind, and I'll put the Vera Higgins right there. All right, perfect. Let's see. And now I should go for the Tenelli right over here. So I like to put the tall ones, the ones that I know are going to grow nice and tall, towards the back, so they won't cover the succulents that don't grow tall, that kind of spread out. So this one grows in clusters, this one does too, so they tend to spread out wide. They don't grow as tall. Go right over here and I'll put the Moonglow. And last but not least, the Kalanchoe. I'm gonna be careful with that little Vera Higgins there, kind of leaning over. All right, so that's nice. That worked out. That's very nice. All right, so now I'll move on to my top dressing, and I just use small stones. I find a big bag of them at the Home Depot. I'm not very picky when it comes to the top dress. Sometimes I use like prettier kind sand, colored sand, things like that, but I really stick to just very basic stones. Doesn't take much because, you know, it's about the succulents, right? And I think that they look really nice in this like kind of earthy tones of the stones there, as they should be, right? When it comes to these little tiny spaces there, I carefully get some in there, and then with a knitting needle, I have a knitting needle here that I use as a tool for my arranging here, because it works so good to get the little stones in there into the little spaces. And you don't have to do this. This is just me being, you know, wanting it to look a certain way. I don't really want to see the soil. So all the little holes there, I kind of just squeeze in little stones in there. So it gives it like a complete look. There we go. And that's just what I think and why I do the top dress, really. So it can look pretty. All right, I'm gonna lift that tiger jaw there. What do you think? I think that turned out nice. I'm gonna kind of give it a little lift there. Very cool. I like it. Very nice. All right, so I hope that you enjoyed this video. Thank you for subscribing to Sucky Crafts, and I hope that when you get your plants, if you haven't already, you can check this video out, and it won't be as daunting to put a succulent arrangement together. So until next time, until March, thank you, garden friends. Bye.